Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I'm just one click away, right? So today the purpose of this video is to explain my NVDA call today, and what gave me the confidence to stay in the trade, right? I did trade this on live to our 1,200 members, and our 1,200 members did see it in our Discord server today. I did end my day at 14,500 realized gains. So here's a breakdown, right? And again, we're gonna go ahead and see the position, and we're gonna talk a little bit about options, right? Option trading. So I initially at 6:42 a.m. I got into a NVDA 167.5 call, and it was filled at an average of $242, right? So it was at $242 as time progressed, right? Obviously, I got some more bangers, right? SPX 3900 at $390. Those I did close them at $3,300. As you can see, all day I kept updating, on a position. Right here was when it was 8.15. I did realize profit on some and just held one runner. NVDA contracts are here at this point at 3.9. I did trim half my size on NVDA, right? So again, this is my SPX position, right, at the time when it was trading at 25.90. Again, we kind of broke it down, right? Right here, give me 1 second. So a lot of action today, right? Right here in NVDA, we did make a 100% trade, right? So the purpose of this video is to thank Nancy Pelosi for making us $2,500, right? Just kidding, right? So again, news does play an important factor. You kind of forecast kind of stuff like this, right? It was announced last week that Nancy Pelosi had purchased 5 million shares of NVDA, right? So not 5 million shares, right? But 5 million dollar amount value of shares, right? So again, what gave me confluence, and I'm going to give my complete breakdown of my trade, right? So again, for those of you guys who haven't seen my previous videos, I go based off the ES, right? I like to track the ES and try to see, where we start, where does the pedals, where the gas on the pedal, where does it stop, and is it time to short? Are we going to be consolidating? Are we in downtrend or uptrend, right? Those are things you guys should be asking yourself at all times when you guys are trading the markets. Are we in uptrend? Are we in downtrend? Or are we consolidating, right? So first and foremost, let's go ahead and pull up NVDA. Let's go ahead and split this as well. And so what gave me confidence was SOXL, right? So it's a semiconductor ETF, right? So SOXL, right? And actually, let's just do it here, right? I guess they don't. All right, so let's just put it right here in perspective, right? So we did do the 5-minute channel today, right? And so as you guys can see, well, I was trading. This is a breakdown of the trade, right? So as you can see right here at this time frame, right, at 7:05, right? First and foremost, during the 650 time frame, right, SOXL broke out of this range, right? This is 15.82, right? An area of interest. So this area of interest, right, shortly after, right, about 15 minutes later, got to pull back to this area of interest, right? 15.82, right? So 7:05, we held this level, right? This candlestick kind of helped me, get confidence that we did hold this level, right? And again, we perfectly bounced on it. If you did try it live with me, you know that when I was trading live, I was tracking this while tracking how it held well with the 9-day EMA. So as you guys could see, during the same time frame, right, at 7:05, right, NVDA, right, so we are in the same time frame, right, 7:05, right. NVDA looked almost as if it wanted to sell off, and again, it did stay it did consolidate, and this is the area, I did add calls at this area, right? And again, we did, take advantage of this uptrend. We didn't take calls here. Still it's a good area to take calls, right? Again, we were forecasting for this move using Confluence Trading. So again, as you can see, this 650 candlestick broke out, gave us some presence, right? And while we were trading, we were just waiting for here, right? This candlestick at 725 kind of gave the presence, right? They kind of helped NVDA rebound, right? And ultimately, you know, when NVDA stopped, didn't even need, I was just watching for this area, right? And once we broke out of this area, we kind of, you know, consolidated a bit and, you know, continued to trend upward, right? Again, this was the previous day high, right? 168.85. As you can see on NVDA, right? We pulled back, right? We hit a high point here of 171.14. We pulled back to this area of 168.85, right? Which was like 94, right? Excuse me. Which was previous day high, right? It's where we topped off and we sold off, right? So again, you know, obviously yesterday we were in a downtrend on NVDA. Today we went back up to an uptrend, right? We never got this low level here, right? This is where I had my plan in action, and this is where, you know, you kind of like, okay, I made $2,500, right, on NVDA, right? Knowing that the bill had a lot of positive news, right? SOXL looks strong, semiconductors look very strong, the QQs look very strong, right? We broke out of that 296 level. Again, all the indicators looked like semiconductors were gonna boom, right? Why didn't I fully size in here, right? Again, I was in about 16 contracts, right? I was about 16 contracts. That's a shit ton of contracts, right? I did scale half at about, you know, 42%. But again, that's a lot of contracts, right? That's a lot of contracts. So when you're trading with size, right? Again, I had planned to going heavier here, right? Where I was going to add more at this area. We got this area, right? The amount that I put in to the NVDA stock calls, right, this week, 167.5, right, expiration, I had it fully mapped out, right, where I expected a bounce at this area, right? Ultimately, I never got this area, right? And this is where, you know, you ask yourself, am I happy with the profits or not? It's $2,500 I made off one trade, right? Again, today I took advantage of SPX, right? The fluctuation in premiums of XPX, and that's where I made my massive day. But again, I couldn't size in fully here because we never got that, right? We didn't get yesterday's low level. Again, if we would have gotten here, right, I had a plan of action to scale in at a much substantial level, right? Even if the move wasn't going to happen today, the setup was setting up as we were consolidating and moving higher, right? As you can see, we broke out of this region, right? Profit taking here, we came back down here, bought the dip, right? We came back down here, bought this dip, and we fully consolidated and we broke out of this low, right? A lot of people, you know, this is my best recommendation to a lot of you guys, right? A lot of you guys are trying to short the pop out, right? Just because we're in a bear market doesn't mean that the bull rallies are hard, right? Like they move 100 points. So be careful with the bull rallies, right? You gotta be careful with the bull rallies. I see this too many times where people automatically, you know, they start to break down, they try to short it, average down, and they get burned below their account. Boom, we're not trading like that, right? You know, this, you know, if you did start a short here, right, you saw the market, but all indicators were looking as everything was pointing upward, right? Up until this moment where the MACD did cross here, bearish sign, that did, right? But ultimately, we just retraced back to this level. This is a shorter term put, whereas, you know, and if we do the QQs, I feel it'll be a great example because this is an area that I did see, you know, struggle, right? As you can see, the Qs stopped here as well, right? And found a base here, right? So tomorrow, right, July 20th, I'm going to be watching to see what exactly does the Qs do at this price point, right? What does NVDA does at this price point, right? Are buyers in control or are sellers in control? Those are questions you guys should always be asking yourself. And again, this was, you know, again, you know, I want to emphasize that option trading is very risky, right? you have to be able to be seasoned trader, right? Whereas, you know, if I would have saw a lot of consolidation, I would have rather cut, right? This was just it was a high risk, high reward kind of play, right? Where as soon as I saw this outer break, you know, I took advantage of it, right? Like I took advantage of the high momentum. And again, you know, if you do look at the 1 hour chart, right? It was really no action intraday. It was this full candlestick that brought the action, right? Prior to close. Again, we did gap up, and if we are seeing, you know, at market open, right? This is the 7 a.m. candlestick. Right here, we're flat, right? This candlestick upon formation of this candlestick, it's kind of showing bullish momentum, right? And again, look at the volume. Buy, right? Again, this is a pretty cool trade. Did trade this on live. Our members did see me trade this on live. It was pretty cool. And again, don't be shy, right? There's a lot of resources that you could use. Like for example, there's etfdb.com, and you know if you wanna play a certain position, right? If you wanna play a certain position and you kind of like scared, like you know what ETF are they, right? You're looking for hints. Trading. When you're trading, all you're doing is you're looking for hits in the market. You're looking for hits in the market. What moves comes quicker, right? Where is fear? Where is greed? That's all you're asking yourself, right? The moment you start to spot consolidation in the markets, us option traders, we hate it. It starts to like, oh, what is this, right? We start to get antsy, right? And that's where a lot of new option traders get burned. That antsiness turns into over trading when obviously they should have stayed cash. On days like today, it's like, you know, like, go for it, right? But yeah, guys, ETF, DB, pretty cool. Popular ETFs for blockchain, QQs, right? QQs, very popular ETFs. That's what I use. Basically, you know, NASDAQ, basically tracks tech sector, right? Crude oil, alt, semiconductors, even real estate, leverage, right? So again, even there's an ETF for marijuana now. So again, it's pretty cool, right? But yeah, guys, so that's how I made $2,500. The video is a joke, right? The title, I didn't make it thanks to Nancy Pelosi, right? I didn't know that the bill was gonna go in this week. Her trade was just kind of like, you know, it's fun guidance, right? It's always fun to like to see how the rich keep, you know, making more money, right? Essentially, you know, yeah, I did use her trade as an idea, like, you know, once I saw the buying presence, right? But it wasn't an ultimate decision, right? It's not just because, okay, I didn't wake up today and it was like, oh, Nancy Pelosi just bought 5 million shares of NVDA last week. Let me go all in on calls. No, especially weeklies, right? You did it with strategy, right? With all the information you knew. You saw at Congress, you know, the competition with China. Again, very bullish news for semiconductors. But yeah. Hope you guys like this YouTube video. Remember to subscribe. If you guys like daily content like this. Again, I've helped thousands of traders find their edge in trading. Now it's time to find yours and become profitable in this market.